First of all, I'm hoping that you're doing well. I really do hope you're doing well. I hope that you're with loved ones and that you are healthy as possible and that your family is as healthy as possible and in as good of spirits as possible. And I want to thank you because I'm really enjoying doing these videos and it makes me happy that it's helping you and that people are watching them and all of that. And I'm thankful to you because it's giving me something very, very positive and new that I can be creative with and do every day. And that makes me really happy. And I encourage you, if there are things that you've been wanting to do and you are healthy and you're safe, definitely this is a great time to start creating and focusing in on things that maybe you've wanted to do for a while, because we actually have I guess the right word is the lack of any type of outside distractions because we are just inside. So it's a good time to learn and to do some new things. So the question that we're going to work on today is one that has to deal with exponential growth, but it's not meant to freak you out. I just want you to know that I've seen this concept tested on so many official SATs. Okay. So here's what we have. The stock price of one share in Big Rob's Funky Food Factory is worth $24 today. A stock analyst believes that the stock will gain 32% of its value each week for the next 3 weeks. So before we get into anything else, it's just saying you have a starting value and whatever it is, it's going to increase by 32% each week, okay? The analyst uses the equation V equals 24R to the T, and that equation can seem very intimidating, but I'm going to show you how it's actually pretty straightforward, and that's the key. Knowing how to set up the equation for this kind of scenario is what you need for all these questions. To model the value V of the stock after T weeks, what value should the analyst use for R? So let's just slow the things down, okay? We know that we're starting with $24, okay? That's our starting value, all right? Now let's just start there. We also know that this $24 is projected to increase 32% every week, okay? So here's the key concept that I want you to know for all of these questions and for other situations, right? First of all, just a little note, right? Percent to decimal. So if you have 32%, right, and the decimal's here, to become a decimal, you move it 2 spaces to the left, so it becomes 0.32. Just quick note, okay? And so just one more, just so you guys know it, right? Another example. Let's just say you had 5%, right? And then you would move the decimal 2 to the left, and it would become what? 0.05, okay? So that's just converting to a decimal. But here's the deal, okay? If you have a starting value and you're going to increase it by 32% every week, there's a very quick shortcut for this, okay? What that means is that you have your original value and you have 32% more. You have your original value and you have 32% more. Basically, what that means is you have 100% of the original value and you have 32% more. Okay? You get me? Does that make sense? Did it click? So what you're really doing by increasing by 32% is you're really multiplying this value by 132%, right? So 132%, right, as a decimal would be what? Take it 2 to the left, it would be 1.32. So you would be multiplying it by 1.32. That would be for 1 week, okay? But here's the deal. Say you wanted to do it for another week and another week and another week. Well, you would take whatever you got here, whatever that result was, right? And then you'd multiply that by 1.32, right? And then if you wanted to do it again, what would you do? You'd multiply that by 1.32. So the bottom line is you have your starting value, $24, okay? Then you multiply it by 1.32, okay? And your T tells you how many times you're going to keep multiplying by 1.32. Every time your T increases, that's another multiple of 1.32. So when it's asking what we should use for R, right? R is this value here in this equation, right? 24R to the T, right? 24R to the T. The 24s line up, right? Our R is our rate. So it's answer choice C, okay? So here's the key concept for this question. You want to remember that if you're increasing a number by 5% or 7% or 12%, what you're really doing is you're multiplying that number by essentially 105%, 107%, 112%. You're figuring out what 100 plus that percentage increase is of that number. So you multiply it by, in this case, it's a 32% increase. You're multiplying it by 1.32, okay? And then the t just represents how many times you're going to multiply by that 1.32. Thank you all so much. You're amazing. I will be doing a probability question, and I will also be doing a question about the test optional, not just in California, but the idea of colleges being test optional. And the main thing I want to tell you is that it's not what it seems like. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. Please comment, like, message me. It makes me feel so inspired and happy. And let me know what you thought of this question. Peace.